Impress your friends by replacing a vanity top and bathroom faucet in just a matter of hours. Why call a pro when you and a friend can do it yourself? My brother Tim and I are going to show you just how simple it is to swap out an old vanity top, sink, and faucet for an updated look.
Here's what you'll need: bucket or container, old towels, new supply lines, non-staining plumber's putty, silicone caulk, painter's tape, rags.
And the tools you'll need are a crescent wrench, utility knife, wrench, screw gun, a level, caulk gun, and a putty knife. First things first, you want to make sure to turn off the water at the shutoff valves, and that includes the hot and the cold.
Then open the faucet and let any water that might be in the lines drain out.
All right, man, now it's time to get all the old stuff out. Disconnect the supply lines that run from the water source in the wall. You should be able to turn it by hand, but if you can't, then a crescent wrench should do the trick. Have a bucket nearby to catch any water that may drip from the lines.
Then disconnect the tailpiece from the P-trap and remove the P-trap to get it out of the way. So the good news is, since we're replacing both the faucet and the sink, now they're both disconnected.
That's right, let's demo the top. Run a utility knife around the vanity to break the caulk seal. This one also has a few screws holding it in place from underneath. So unscrew those and then carefully remove the vanity right out of here. Yeah, this guy's seen better days. Bye-bye, 80s.
See ya. Okay, to start us off here, we're going to go ahead and get our faucet installed into the new sink prior to putting it into the cabinet.
That's right. So it's actually a big tip. Rather than putting the top on and then trying to work up under the vanity, this is so much easier.
To install your faucet, check the directions because each faucet installs a little differently.
Start by putting some plumber's putty on the underside of the faucet.
Then pop the faucet right into those pre-made holes and tighten the mounting nuts.
Be sure to wipe up any excess plumber's putty. Next, connect the supply lines. Unscrew the drain assembly and put some plumber's putty on the underside of the flange. Then install the flange, tighten the nut, and wipe away any extra putty. All right, T, you obviously know what you're doing. So Tim made sure that this pivot rod is gonna line up at the back of the faucet with where the lift rod will be. So that's very crucial. As you tighten that down, make sure it ends up in the back. To install the drain assembly, slide the strap onto the lift rod. Then push the pivot rod all the way down. Then slide the strap over the pivot rod and lock it into place with the spring clip. Secure the strap by tightening the thumb screw. Before installation, apply silicone caulk to the top of the cabinet. Major upgrade.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. Make sure to check that it's level. Then add any back or side splashes with a little more silicone caulk. All right, so we're near the finish line and we need to put the stopper in, and this one's great because it's adjustable with this bolt here. So you want to get the height right, but it's also can be temporarily installed or permanently installed so the pin slides straight through. I prefer to just drop it in so that if it ever gets clogged, you can pull it out. Now it's time to get back under the sink. Reconnect the supply lines and the P-trap. All right, buddy, we're all connected. It's the moment of truth.
Okay.
Turn it on. Looking good, no leaks. And a major upgrade, right? Mm-hmm. Updating your bathroom vanity is definitely within reach. Just don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and do it yourself.